Happy Pride Month, everybody. I want to take this opportunity to talk about a character that I really like, that most people don't really know about, and he doesn't get as much love as he probably should. I want to talk about Wolverine's son, Daken. And this ties into the thing at the beginning about it being Pride Month, because Daken is actually bisexual. Yeah, Daken, Winter Soldier, Jason Todd. You think I have an affinity for 20-something dark, rough characters that just refuse to die? I mean, for fuck's sake, this one even has a mohawk, is constantly wearing bracelets, is covered in tattoos, and was born in Japan. Do you think I am projecting just a little? But yeah, Daken, also known as Akihiro, also known as the Dark Wolverine, is Wolverine's son. His origin ties in with another character by the name of Romulus that is super complicated that I really don't want to get into. But for the most part, all you need to know is this. For the majority of his life, he had hated his father because he thought that Wolverine had killed his mother, Itsu. He didn't. It was the Winter Soldier. He found that out later. He's got all of the abilities that his father has. Only difference is that his bone claws are black because edgy. And also that he has 2 claws on the outsides of his hands and then 1 claw on the inside of his wrist. Like that. I don't have enough time to finish talking about this character. More in part 2, I guess. This is a part 2. You know the fucking drill. Just go back and watch part 1. So Daken has been primarily a villain since he was, created. He was introduced as kind of just Wolverine, but the evil. But at the same time, he's kind of deserving of the title of Dark Wolverine because, dude, he is fucked some people up. The man has died upwards of 3 times and has just come back from it like it was nothing every single time. And not like comic book death where they died off screen and then magically they came back because, oh my god, he's alive. I mean like drowned in a puddle on screen and then just came back a couple of weeks later like it was nothing. He was Apocalypse's horseman of death once, much like his father. The dude killed Punisher. Like chopped him into little bits, killed Punisher. And any man who can stand toe-to-toe with Wolverine, you should at the very least respect. Now that Marvel actually has the rights to the X-Men, I desperately want to see this guy in a movie. You can even cut out all the weird Romulus shit, just replace it with Sabretooth or something, I don't give a shit. Just please cast someone with actual Japanese heritage. I don't want to whitewash another goddamn Asian character. Anyways, happy Pride, have a nice day.
Things that you can probably buy in a store in Gotham that you can't get anywhere else.
Okay, so if you haven't watched the original video, go and watch it. It's fucking great. Because I kind of want to piggyback off of what you're doing to add even more shit to your list. There's got to be some fucking scam company in Gotham that sells not only handheld bat signals, but personalized Robin logos, only to show villains to hopefully scare them off in the chance you get kidnapped. By far, the most common thing treated in Gotham General Hospital has got to be Batarang-related puncture wounds and cuts. Only because any asshole with a metal grinder or who bought a Batarang off of eBay is gonna try and throw the motherfucker and end up fucking themselves up. Cryptid-style documentaries about the Batman and his mysterious family. Tabloid magazines theorizing about the secret nightlife of Bruce Wayne. There has gotta be some weird fucking lingerie based off of every past and present member of the Bat family sold somewhere. Gargoyles have gotta be sold like fucking lawn gnomes at this point. Let me know anything that I missed in the comments, please. This is so fun.
Henry Cavill wanted to play the part of Superman back when Brandon Routh.
If you haven't seen it already, go back and watch their original video. They make some very good points. And I mean, honestly, yeah, I'm not going to pretend that I'm not disappointed about the fact that they recast Superman. I've stated before on this page that Henry Cavill is my favorite Superman actor. Is he usually allowed to play the part of Superman in his movies where he plays Superman? No, not really. But if you've seen literally anything else that Henry Cavill has been in, you know that man can play Superman so fucking well if given the chance. And what's even worse is that they didn't just rip this opportunity away from Henry Cavill, they also squandered the opportunity to actually promote one of their myriad of amazing black superheroes. Like Thomas said in a later video, give Icon a movie, I want to see that shit! Or Black Lightning, or Vixen, or Jon Stewart, or anybody! I don't know, I'm hopeful for the movie that comes out of it. I'm just sad to see an opportunity squandered, both for an actor that I love and for the comics community as a whole.
If the MCU is expanding their roster of characters, this will be a perfect time to introduce Namor, even in a small role.
This shit better be real. While I don't have any of the fucking merch or shit to prove it, I'm a huge Namor fan. Namor is a fucking badass. Mostly he's just an ass, a hole, he's kind of a dick, but goddammit, he's so fucking cool. He's also an amazing connective character because he has direct ties to both the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. One of Namor's myriad of fucking titles is the First Mutant. Not because he's actually canonically the first mutant to ever exist in the Marvel timeline, but he is the first mutant that Marvel ever published, being literally debuted in Marvel Comics #1. And his connection to the Fantastic Four is that he's basically Invisible Woman's side piece.
Hey bro, you said kidnapper wrong.
Their relationship is complicated, to say the very least. Very, very complicated. He's like Aquaman with wings on his feet and a bad attitude. Marvel? Please let this be true. I want my fluttery little fish boy. So, I just watched the trailer for the Snake Eyes movie coming out later this year, and, well, I'll just say I have opinions. So, instead of being unrelentingly negative, I am going to talk about a G.I. Joe movie that I fucking love. That being the 1987 animated classic, G.I. Joe the movie. Critically, can it be considered a good movie? No, probably not. Is it the most fun I've ever had while watching a movie? Abso-fucking-lutely. If you've been around my page long enough, you know this is my favorite movie of all time. Let me just tell you some of the shit that happens in this movie so you can go and watch it. It's so fucking good. There's a mostly pink demon man with bat wings and sword bracelets who only speaks in grunts. Cobra Commander is forcibly turned into a giant snake. It is also revealed that not only is he not originally human, he also canonically has like 20 eyes. Duke gets a snake thrown through his heart. And even though we see a fucking fountain of blood, he just goes into a coma. Fuck you, Optimus Prime, you ruined my fun. And finally, the WWE wrestler Sergeant Slaughter is canonically one of the best G.I. Joes ever. Watch it!
Why was he compelled to kill the entire Marvel Universe?
For those of you who didn't watch the original video, he's asking why Deadpool killed the Marvel Universe. So, let's get into it. So, this takes place in an alternate timeline. It's basically the same as our Marvel Universe, but it diverges right around, like, the late 2010s. Everybody knows that Deadpool has the ability to break the fourth wall. He knows he's in a comic book. And usually this is the source of his comedy and his depression, knowing that nothing really matters and that everything will be reset in his world. Well, this version of Deadpool is driven just a little bit extra crazy by a character by the name of... hold on. You, there we go, come here. Psycho Man. Psycho Man kills the two personalities in Deadpool's head and replaces them with one with extra murderous intent. This voice then convinces Deadpool that he should just kill everyone in the Marvel Universe to end their never-ending suffering, seeing as nothing matters and they will always repeat. So in short, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe because comic books. Okay, so a lot of people had this question in the last video when I had Jim Gordon pop up and I said he had 2 kids. So, let's talk about James Gordon Jr. Also, please excuse the fact that I look like shit right now. I'm doing a thing for YouTube, and it fucking wears me out. By the way, go subscribe to my YouTube as well. So yeah, Jim Gordon actually had 2 kids with his now ex-wife, Barbara Keene. James Gordon Jr. and Barbara Gordon. And even from a very, very early age, James Gordon Jr. showed psychopathic tendencies. All the stock standard early serial killer shit, you know, killing small animals, that sort of thing. It was heavily implied but never proven that he also killed one of his sister's friends when they were younger. When he was older, he ended up getting medicated for it. And he actually took up a temp job with Leslie Tompkins, who ran a clinic in Gotham. Yeah, so it turns out that at that clinic, he had actually reverse engineered his own medication and reversed its effects. It was making him more psychotic. He also figured out who Batman was. Kid's pretty fucking smart. He's not a common villain, but he pops up every now and again just to generally be a nuisance to Batman and Commissioner Gordon. Scary motherfucker. So, quick PSA. When you're doing one of the hardest workouts of your life for internet attention, do not turn on In the Heights as background music. Because when that thing with Abuela happens, about halfway through, your body will start to get confused about which parts are sweating and which parts are crawling. That's all. You can go about your day now. Happy 300K, by the way.
Superman have to fake vaccine records because the needle can't break it.
Just in case you didn't watch the original video, he's asking if Superman would have to fake his vaccine records for, like, work and official purposes because needles can't actually break his skin, which, I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. Of course he wouldn't have... Of course he wouldn't have... Yeah, he would have to, wouldn't he? I mean, like, best case scenario, both of the Atoms are doctors, so he could just have them shrink down really small and, like, drop a fucking vaccine bomb inside of his system. Or maybe, like, kryptonite-tipped syringes, and then they could write him in official form after that. But, like, his immune system is so good that he literally wouldn't fucking need it. But, I mean, on the other hand, Boy Scout Clark Kent would probably get it regardless because he was raised to be a good person. But, yeah, Superman faking his vaccination records is not a possibility. Huh. So, a while back before I started making TikToks, hell, before I even got into the college I'm in now, I used to actually do, like, acting for plays. So if you ever got theater kid energy off of me, that's probably fucking why. I have spent a night or two fucking up a Denny's or two. But anyway, one of the hardest things was translating written lines into the actual acted lines. Because if you just say the words that are on the page, you're gonna end up sounding wooden as fuck. So I made a little bit of an exercise for myself. This isn't like acting advice or anything, this is just something I would do for fun and sometimes it helped me. I would do the I don't like sand lines from Star Wars Episode 2 and try and make them sound natural. I'm gonna embarrass myself by pretending that I'm actually good at dramatic acting for a moment to show you real quick. Just watch. I don't like sand. What? No, it's just, it's coarse, it's rough, it's irritating, and it gets everywhere. It's not like here. Here, everything is, it's soft, smooth. What? Fuck you looking at, jumper? Should have been talking shit, kid. Fuck was that scarf? That's oh shit! Yeah, this just might work. Here's your patent this. Wait a minute. Knockout arrow? No fucking way. Okay, so like, in theory, this should just bounce off the target, right? Because it's supposed to be a knockout arrow, but I mean, like, the target's soft. Maybe at like worst it'll go in like an inch, so I don't know, let's test. Alright. Target. Knockout arrow. Let's test this out. Huh. You know, maybe just one more. I think they might be dead. Yeah, you know, I think that they are most definitely dead. Guys, I think comics might be fake.
3 days later.
Fine. Okay, so a couple of things. When this story takes place, Oliver had only been consistently using a bow for a couple of months. He wasn't a master bowman, and his bow was not at the full pull strength that his bow usually is. So I'm gonna use a liberal estimate and say that his bow was around 50 pounds of pull, because his normal is around 150, and this one's about 25. So a full pull of this is gonna be about half of his. So let's test it out. All right, knockout arrow, recurve bow. There's our target. Let's get this shit done. All right, let's check. Yeah, no, I think he still might be dead there. Yeah, I think comics might still be fake. That took so many fucking takes, and it is so fucking hot out. So, I've been watching Loki recently. Don't worry, this doesn't have any spoilers. At least, nothing you haven't seen in a poster already. Anyways, a pretty major element of the Loki show is the TVA. These guys. They wear this sort of black SWAT tactical gear. Very effective, very utilitarian. Yeah, you want to see what they look like in the comics? Look at this great value Captain America looking motherfuckers. This looks like Judge Dredd's patriotic partner manifests destiny. This feels like what would happen if you asked Rob Liefeld to redesign Captain America. Oh shit, wait, that happened already. We tried to forget that Titty Cap happened. They monitor all of time. Why are they dressed in the American flag? Did we end up fucking colonizing the timeline as well? That there lizard person timekeeper told me to protect the sacred timeline that was ordained by God himself. And since time don't work the same in the TVA, every day's 4th of July. Yeah. Jesus Christ, I feel like I need to take a shower after doing that shit. Anyway, that's all I had to say. You can go about your day now. Just remember that the timeline's protected by a bunch of fucking cowboys. Okay, so I was flipping through TikTok and I saw something about the original Teen Titans series and... Hold on, I just need to show you. Just hold on, just watch. There! Did you see it? Hold up, let me slow it down and show you again. There. The shadow has a glow around it. The way that magic is shown in the show, if there is a glow around something that is moving, that means it's a physical object that she's moving with magic. So that means that the shadow is not just a shadow being cast by the hood being over her face. Because if that's the case, there would be no glow. That's a physical item being put over her face with magic, or is magic itself. Hence why the shadow is so much darker and more consistent than any other shadow in the show. Now, before you say it, I'm literally a senior animation student. I know that's not actually the case. I know in the actual canon of the show, it's just a shadow, but my headcanon is more interesting and therefore better, so fuck you. I like the idea of it being this magic section of pure darkness. What do you guys think? Is it magic, a physical object, or just a shadow? So I'm hiding from the sun, flipping through TikToks as usual, and I keep seeing this one sound pop up, and y'all are about to get some new Panda Lore. So, the sound of this video, begging by Main skin? I think you say it. I think you pronounce it main skin. I'm seeing it everywhere. People are loving it, and it's a little bit of a flashback for me because that's a cover. And it's a cover of a band that I really, really like from my days when I was a breakdancer. Way, way, way back in the day before I was an actor, before I was a wrestler, before I got into archery, before any of that, I was a breakdancer. Then yes, Baby Panda still had a mohawk. Baby Panda has always had a mohawk. This picture's from 3rd grade, and I've had it since kindergarten. Anyway, all of this to say, this is a cover of a song by a band called Madcon that I used to listen to when I was in breakdancing, and you should check them out because they're awesome. Okay, so yeah, about that, I kinda actually was. Like, I was straight up born with a full head of hair and more hair in the center of my goddamn head. I was only in Japan for like the first 6 months of my life, and this photo was taken while I was still there. And before anybody asks, no, I am not Japanese, I am a goddamn snow person, but I was born in Japan because my dad was in the military, but no, I was not born on a military base, I was born off base. I picked an actual mohawk, like this one that I got in kindergarten, because of Chuck Liddell, because I was really into MMA fighting when I was a kid. This fucking guy, the Iceman. I decided to grow it out a little longer and shave it a little bit thinner when I was like 12, and then for like the majority of my teen years, I had the tips dyed blonde. 4 years ago when I was skinny and didn't know how to fucking smile, apparently. So yeah, with some variation to how it looks like, I was born with a mohawk, chose to have one in kindergarten, and then have just had one since then. Apparently when I make a choice, I fucking stick to it. So that will be about it for this month. Thank you everybody for watching. I just want to take a second to thank all of my lovely, generous patrons, Yaoi Nichan, Magu, Brandon Laney, Cassie Pace, Fancy Man, Kat Stevens, Linda Mackert, Pandora A, Raven Ash 260, Tarara, Theresa Harrison, Virgil, Great Nerd Beard, Danny Girl, Caitlin Ween, Katrina Spoor, The Brain Teaser, Quiet Knoll, Briar Rabbit, Danny Walker, Draven Miller, Dustin Brothers, Christina Odd, Lily Kep, Michael Rowe, Michael Sandler, Misty, Puppercut, Sarah Wilmot, Scott Jackson, and Susan Weiner. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you next time.